Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Hedera, aka HBAR, as you guys are probably all aware by the title of this video. But of course, today we're going to specifically be talking about some updates, especially some, massive amounts of volume that have been flowing over the testnet. I know I just talked about this last night, but we've seen some more incredible numbers that are very staggering in my opinion. Very incredible to say the least, and it's some massive demand. Now, I do just want to reiterate a little bit of some, overall, I would say support from my video from yesterday. So, right now when we're talking about Hedera, and we come down here to the all-time, pretty much all-time low to now, 2 years ago, as you guys do see, it actually just came up on its 2-year mark. We are only up 2,700%. I just want you all to understand that HBAR is still in its infancy stages, and although I talk highly of HBAR all day long, do you guys honestly think that I'm not frustrated with my holdings too? I mean, I just don't like to show my emotions in terms of my frustrations towards Hedera, but I'm also not really emotional when it comes to my bags in this game, because I know if you focus on the price and only the price, it's like focusing on anything for too long. It will eat you up and spit you out. That is how this market works. Do not get trapped in the idea that you are too impatient to hold something just because of the price action alone. Focus on other things. Focus on the positive sides of things. Yeah, sure, price is negative a little bit, and everybody's kind of a little bit frustrated, or I should say those who, are short-term holders, for an example, that have been holding it for maybe 6 months, 8 months, whatever. A lot of individuals are getting a little bit impatient because maybe this is their first bull run. Maybe they watched other altcoins do some significant gains, which is totally fine. It's understandable. But do not compare your bag to anybody else's. This is your bag. There's many like it, but this one is yours. HBAR is a gem. We know it's a gem. We've done the research. We understand the companies behind it. We know the building behind it. We know HBAR is a clear cut and dry winner. I'm not saying, you can't make money elsewhere while you are holding a bag, though. That's why I always say, diversify. But I do believe that HBAR is a massive sleeping giant, and let's talk about some things that are actually going to be coming to the Hedera ecosystem. For an example, let's talk about SaucerSwap. So I actually am very excited for this project because it's going to allow a lot more, incentives for the ecosystem of Hedera. We do see here, here's an infographic on how single-sided staking works with community pools. This is one example of how SaucerSwap accelerates the development of the Hedera ecosystem. And of course, you're going to be able to stake this token, receive this token in terms of staking, or I should say SaucerR. It's like Saucer in general. The staking is with Sauce tokens. So you're essentially probably going to be getting some sort of utility token similar to, even JigStack and stuff like that. But overall, I do think that this is great to see. I think that a lot of what is happening within this space, when we're talking about the development side of things on Hedera, I think that a lot of these dApps, a lot of these smaller projects are building out very interesting things. And I'm actually very excited to see a lot of these kind of grow into massive giants. Like, don't get me wrong, we have a ton of huge names on the board. Like, when we're talking about a lot of these GC members and, some of the dApps that are already being built on, Hedera as well, like a lot of them are well established, a lot of them are huge as well. I'm not going to take that from them. But I'm just saying also focus on the little things, because although, the bigger picture might seem a lot better in retrospect, when you're looking at the smaller things are the things that really do matter right now currently as well, because they are also providing a lot of value to the ecosystem as well and a lot more growth. Now, talking about, the GC member, we're going to be talking about NAmura in this video, so definitely stay tuned to that because that's actually going to be very significant. But also, we just hear, 15,761 transactions per second. This is crazy because this is one Cardano network's entire 4-year plus lifetime transaction count every 27 million. That's right. That's how fast Hedera is scaling currently on the testnet. The funny thing about this is that I actually said currently on Twitter, I said I'm not excited for HBAR to process 1 million, 10 million, 100 million, or even 1 billion transactions a day. I'm excited for the day HBAR processes 100 billion plus transactions per day. We will get there. Honestly, I don't think that's going to take too long. I really don't think it's going to take too long at all, especially if we are seeing volume like this on the testnet. Like, I honestly think that the mainnet's going to see a lot more volume very soon. We are seeing, a little bit of a staggering 25% drop on the daily transactions for the mainnet. We still see the weekly still up. But honestly, on the testnet, something is getting, tested at some point in time. Like, I don't know what they are testing, but it's very significant. And sorry, let me go to the public testnet. It's going to open a new tab. But something is being tested, and it's something large, because we are seeing massive amounts of transactions. As you guys do see, 6.8 million transactions in just 1 hour. That's insane. Okay, and of course on the 1 week you could pretty much see a bigger picture here and see really how massive this is. In 1 week we did 115.7 million transactions. Okay, and a lot of this is just in 1 day. Like, here's 1 day, 11.9 million, 41 million, and 62 million transactions in a single day. 1 single day. Absolutely ridiculous. I don't know what's getting tested, but something big is being tested. Now, I do want to talk to you guys about some other things, though, because we know about, the testnet and the mainnet in terms of the transactional value and stuff like that. But I do want to talk to you guys a little bit about this here, as you guys do see, coming from HBAR to the moon. One after another, these so-called DLTs are dropping out of service because of DDoS attacks, all because their consensus algorithms are leader-based and are very vulnerable. Solana is breaking down. Harmony is breaking down. Soon others will be attacked too. HBAR is the future. And if you guys did miss it, essentially Harmony blockchain network went down for over 7 hours. Absolutely ridiculous. And it has been having issues for over 30 hours. That is crazy. And it's really, in terms of when we're talking about DLTs and how huge they are as demand right now, that's actually a big problem. And we even see here, and there is no fix for it, as some people believe. They are fundamentally flawed. The only fix is to give up on that garbage and buy HBAR. I wouldn't call it so much garbage, but yeah, I understand where they're coming from. I mean, honestly, like, Hedera is literally building out massive things, and we're going to be talking about that in a second in terms of security. Stay tuned to that, because we actually have something fun to talk about in regards to a huge company. But it is the truth, and we even see here, in terms of latency updates as well, somebody wants 100% transaction finality backed by a math proof on the Hedera HBAR network, and they want it snappy. We do see again from HBAR to the moon, and also Barbarian on Twitter, latest Hedera network upgrade has optimized transaction finality to just under 3 seconds. Hedera didn't need to worry about this update yet because network could easily handle the amount of traffic available. This upgrade means large transactions per second apps are coming on board soon. And I do think that this is also in regards to the testing on the testnet. I think that something is being built. We don't know what is happening. We don't know what's going to be coming either, but we could pretty much speculate a little bit. I mean, that's pretty much all that we can do. And I'm not going to speculate to the point where I'm telling you guys, oh, I think Visa or something like that. No, I'm not going to do that because I just don't know. And nobody knows right now. All we could do is speculate. But talking about things going down in terms of DDoS attacks and stuff, let's talk about GK8. So we do see here GK8 integrates with Hedera Hashgraph to boost security infrastructure. This goes back to August 29th, by the way, just so you guys all know. And you guys could pretty much read this. They have an article on this. I'm not going to, I don't know if it's, sorry, here's the full article. Sorry, I didn't see that. But overall, you can pretty much see it. They're talking more so about the, GC members. They're talking pretty much all about this. But we do see here that the integration will allow Hedera's enterprise users to manage their own assets, generate new revenue streams, and generally embrace digital assets in a secure, compliant, and performant manner. GK8 has an arrangement with AON UK, which enables GK8 customers to seamlessly access the largest insurance coverage in the market today, which is upwards of $500 million per vault. That's huge. And of course, this collaboration provides an additional level of security for Hedera-based digital assets, enabling more enterprises and financial institutions to push forward into the digital ecosystem. And you can pretty much read all about this. But the reason why I bring this up is let's talk about GK8. let's actually talk about how big this actually is. So first off, they have a ton of solutions here. I shouldn't say a ton, but two specifically. But they also have creating revenue, channels, differentiating factors, pretty much all of that kind of stuff. If you guys want to read more about it, but we just hear they're talking more so about cybersecurity units. They're talking more so about cybersecurity in general, and you can pretty much read all about this. You could read all about the founders and all that stuff. Also, it's backed by some large names. But check out this. Greater than $10 billion managed by our customers, $500 million insurance coverage, and 7 pending patents. And of course, SOC2 Type 2 certified by EY. This is actually a fairly large company. I think that when we're talking about GK8 and we're talking about Hedera, I think that a lot of these use cases, these partnerships in general, like this is probably one of the biggest ones out there because this is enabling financial institutions to offer services over digital assets with 100% protection from cyber attacks. This is all built within, of course, the crypto scene for, of course, the banking scene. And you can pretty much see that down here. Any connected device can potentially be hacked. GK8 is the only true air-gapped vault that sends blockchain transactions while being 100% offline and eliminating critical attack vectors. And of course, you could pretty much see who could benefit from this end-to-end custody service. Banks, crypto exchanges, CBDC projects, family offices, hedge funds. I mean, this is huge. Of course, you could read all about this if you guys do want to. Some very strong overall partnerships, like I said. I think that this is actually a very large, name in this space. I think that a lot of people are going to see this as a huge name very, very soon. Incredible individuals behind it. I mean, come on, guys. Just look at some of these partnerships. Now, going back to the GC member, and when I was talking to you guys a little bit about NAmura, let's actually go check out NAmura, right? Now, again, look behind the scenes. It's a global financial services group with an integrated network spanning over 30 countries and regions. By connecting markets east and west, we service the needs of individuals, institutions, corporates, and governments through our 3 business divisions: retail, wholesale, global markets, and investment banking and investment managing. Driven by the insights of some 26,000 people worldwide, we put our clients at the center of everything we do. And of course, you can see the numbers here, 26,000 plus employees over 30 countries. It's been in service for 90 years, 128.7 trillion yen, or yuan. I don't know if that's yen or yuan. I'm pretty sure it's yen. But of course, a diverse workforce with approximately 90 nationalities, 86% coverage of global economies and financial indicators. I mean, this is huge. I mean, I honestly think that when we're talking about how big this actually will be, who knows where Hedera really kind of steps foot in this. I just know that we're talking about trillions in terms of assets. We're talking about 128 trillion retail client assets. Like, that's huge. 15 locations in the Americas, 17 countries, 50 years of experience, 15 cities. Like, this is so big as a company. Like, they're pretty much, I would say they're positioning themselves all around the world in these massive countries, like 30 countries in general. Like, that's huge. You can pretty much read about everything. They are more so for a sustainable future of the financial scene. So I could see them kind of working with, Hedera for sustainability, most likely. Of course, you do see sustainability being over here. You can pretty much see all the investor, stuff here as well if you guys do want to read more about this in depth. But I do think that NAmura is a huge name for Hedera. We didn't see any real updates within this, use case, even though they have been on the GC since 2019. It is coming up on pretty much almost 3 years since this. So, I would definitely focus on what is happening with a lot of these GC members. We don't know specifics behind some of them, but I'm just saying I would not be surprised if some of these pretty much resulted into major use cases similar to even Shinhan Bank and Standard Bank, with how that pretty much blossomed into a huge stablecoin use case. So with all of that in mind, I hope that you all enjoyed this. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, I hope that you all have a beautiful day or a beautiful night wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. It's been Nick. Peace out, guys.